be about investing in yourself the right way. So in this video, we're going to go over a couple of things, and I'm going to give you some examples as to why I'm saying this stuff in order to help you in your YouTube journey, so to speak, your entrepreneur journey. But really, these tips can actually be taken outside of the platform as well and applied to any business that you do as a business owner in general. But I am directing it to the content creator, but realistically, it can go outside of this platform. You can apply these same set of rules here. So in order to invest in yourself the right way, like I've seen people saying on this platform, to basically fake it till you make it and make viewers believe that you're living a lifestyle one way when in fact you're living a life another way. Even if it means sometimes you have to go spend money in order to make people believe that's what's happening. That is the wrong advice. You could fake it till you make it to yourself if that's what you want to do, but never put yourself in debt just trying to impress others in order to, in the long run, receive funding for it. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Never put yourself in debt, and especially not for YouTube when you're starting out doing this, or even when you're making it. Learn to do your finances the right way and manage your finances the right way so that the long term, you'll be all right. So you will never hear me giving you advice that will be detrimental to your lifestyle, your living. I will always try to give you advice that's going to help and enhance whatever you're doing. And I will always try to debunk those myths out there, even though I'm just one person. But really, you change things one person at a time. So I don't feel like in this sea of a whole bunch of lies that my efforts is going in vain. I do feel like it takes one person that can trigger another person, that can trigger another person, that can trigger another person till it reaches the masses. So I do not look at my efforts as being in vain. I look at my efforts as is out there, and when the right people see it, it will benefit them when they most need it. Because one thing I know is stuff is brought to your attention at the right time, especially for those that are praying for it and asking for clarity on it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of these. The first one I would suggest anyone do is to set aside at least 1 hour a day to learn your industry, to become more knowledgeable about what it is that you are doing or what you are into, or as in the YouTube world, some people like to say your niche. Whatever your niche is, make sure you learn more. The moment you feel like you cannot learn anything else about whatever you're doing is the moment you are no longer useful for anyone else. Your knowledge has to be continual. So especially when you are training and helping other people, you have to make sure you stay up to date with the stuff that you're doing so that in efforts, whatever you're telling someone will not keep them behind versus helping to propel them forward. But in general, whatever field that you're in, even if it's the entertainment field, stay up to date, stay relevant. You can take the news and stuff that's happening in the news and try to bring a lighter side of it. So always set at least 1 hour a day in order to gain more knowledge on whatever the subject that you are talking about in your niche. The second way you can invest in yourself is be critical of your last, or critique your last video so that you will be better. In order to learn what is working for you, you must look at what you did in the past. And that's why I emphasize so much on looking at your analytics and going in your back office, because that will teach you what is happening. You could take your previous videos that you uploaded, and you can go back and see what it was that the people liked about those videos. You can find a common denominator in those videos and then use that common denominator to help propel your other videos, so that you're always inching a little more forward when it comes to the success of your videos. If you constantly keep doing the same thing and you're not growing from what you're doing, then there is a disconnect somewhere that you have to figure out what is going on, right? So with me, you will see an array of different views on my channel. You're gonna see some low, you're gonna see some high. But I always go back on every last video. I don't care if it is 2 views on a video. I want to know why that video only got 2 views. I want to see what it was that caused it to only have 2 views. Was it maybe just not a topic that everybody wanted to look at? Was it they fell off at a certain point in the video and that's what it was? And sometimes I think even with mine, because I am exposing a lot of different stuff, it could be just that, you know. Some of the videos that I do bring light not only to what other YouTubers are doing, but also what YouTube themselves are doing. So that could play a big part in it too. But it's not hurting. It's not against anything, so it can't not be shown. But I might have to do more promoting of those videos on my own, but more so than relying on the system to do so. So you also have to look at what it is that you're doing and what it is that your audience likes. But in my case, if it's the truth, it's the truth. So regardless of how well or great that it does, I will put it out there in order to help the next person or the next content creator. Number 3, you have to learn yourself better so that no one can put you down and its effects that it has on you. Learn your flaws and learn to work through them. This is a big one because you have a lot of people that y'all like to call trolls out there that have a niche of trying to attack a person. When a person attack you for your looks or what you have on or what you're saying or maybe a flaw about yourself that you yourself probably had issues with, they call self-esteem issues, let that roll off of you, because that's just trying to bully behind the phone, trying to bully behind the keyboard. It really is a little pointless. So you have to really understand who you are. Whatever flaws that made you feel a certain way, that might have made you look down on yourself or whatever, you have to then be able to take that and apply it to yourself to help build you up. Like one of my flaws back in the day used to be, people used to talk about my forehead, or people used to talk about my butt because I always had a big butt, right? Who would have knew that those things in my later years people would love, you know, people would like. My eyes was a big thing when I was smaller. I'm a little thicker now, so my cheeks and stuff are filled out, but when I was smaller and things were more tight, you know, my eyes, because my eyes looked a little bit different than everybody else's on, that used to play on me a little bit as well. But I accentuate those now. I love my eyes. I love my forehead. I love my body, because guess what? People are starting to pay for that stuff that I was God-given, right? So you have to learn how to just let that stuff roll off of you, right? Be darned. Like, come onto my videos, or definitely come onto my lives and try that, and you're going to get shut down real fast. And what is beauty is only in the eye of the beholder. So you, as seeing yourself, you have to say, I am beautifully and wonderfully made. Don't be letting these people get in your head and stuff like that. Now, if it's something where somebody is talking about something that you're doing that is wrong in others, then just take a hard look at yourself and say, is this hurting people? And what I'm doing, is this having a negative effect on people? Then maybe you need to look at yourself and say, if it's going to harm someone else, then I might need to look at this a little bit different, or try to find a different approach to say the same thing. That's all. But you have to know yourself, especially with doing these YouTube, in these YouTube streets, baby, y'all better know yourself. 4, know where you're going with your channel. Basically the end goals. And basically what that means is know the outcome. Most people know what it is that get them on there, like a person getting them on there, or an idea get them on there, or money actually getting them on there. But you need to look ahead. In order to reach your goal, you have to know where you're going and what is the end result that you're looking to do. So I would really say to focus not just on what got you in here, but your exit strategy as well, because all things have an end to them, right? So ultimately, you need to look at what is it overall that you're looking to achieve out of this platform? Like, what is your goal? What do you look like? What do you want to get out of this? What is the end thing? And make it real specific, please. Like, if money is all you want, okay, then money, you can't get money on here, but it might be not as rewarding in the end as you think it will be, right? Because if all you're reaching for is money, then you're going to start doing some crazy stuff just to get that money, or to keep that money that might go against your morals or your character. So I would suggest allowing money to be a byproduct of what you're doing. Yes, we all need money, but money should not be just the all over end goal. There needs to be an end goal on what you're trying to accomplish, right? And my end goal literally is just basically to help others while achieving success myself. That is really my end goal, because originally what really kept me on YouTube was trying to help propel my businesses. So this is a platform where businesses can really promote themselves. So the end goal would ultimately be promoting my own businesses, while helping others as well. Okay. Number 5, know your why and reevaluate that why to make sure that it's still the reason you push towards your goal. You definitely want to keep revisiting that why statement. You definitely want to do that, because as things progresses and as life changes, so will your why. Your why will not always be your why, right? And you have to reevaluate that within your own life to make sure that is what is keeping you motivated. People can give you motivation, but if you put all your motivation into someone else, then you're setting yourself up for failure. You have to look within yourself to find whatever the motivation that drives you to help keep you propelled inside of your business as an entrepreneur, as a multi-million dollar industry, whatever you are. You have to make sure your why will always be the center. Do not put your faith, unless it's in God, in any man's hands. Because if you do that, the outcome will be, if that person stops, then so will you. All right. And also, in saying that, when you allow people to motivate you, make sure they're motivating you for and with the right tools and implements. Because what can end up happening if someone is motivating you with the wrong intentions and they're putting that out there on you, you could tend to start taking on those characteristics that person have if they're not right? So you can end up becoming what ever they are in a very negative way, if that's what you're attached to. So you have to learn, whenever you say someone motivates you, or you have to, or this person is the reason why I'm inspired, first, you better have your why. And then second, you need to look real deep as to why they're doing it. If they're doing it in a positive way to you, and not hurting others in the process of doing it, which ultimately will end up hurting you as well, then it's all good. You know, give people the appreciation, or how a lot of people like to say, their flowers as you can. But just make sure you are harvesting the right intentions. And that's all I will say on that, because bad intentions will spread, y'all. So make sure your biggest investment is yourself. And in 2025, you invest in yourself the right way. And as always, be your brother and your sister's keeper. Keep God first. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, y'all. Don't forget to hit that bell as well. And toodles.